What are the obligations upon us regarding our oppressed brothers and sisters around the world? Our obligation is to return to the Deen of Allah. Our obligations are in the following order. First, the most important thing to do to help the Muslims worldwide is الرجوع إلى الدين, is returning to the Deen, establishing Islam in our lives, in our families, in our societies, in our communities. Establishing Islam, going back to the Quran and the Sunnah according to the understanding of the Sahaba, Tabi'een, Atba' Tabi'een, وَمَنْ تَبِعَهُمْ بِإِحْسَانٍ إِلَى يَوْمِ الدِّينِ. That is the first and the most important obligation. Any other obligation, any other matter is insignificant and is negligible and irrelevant until that is done. Until that is done. Once that is done and it's WIP, it's work in progress, we proceed to make dua and beg Allah Azza wa Jal to bring us back to the Deen and to alleviate the hardship and to help the Muslims. Third, if we're able to financially help, whatever way we're able to financially help, then we financially help. In neighboring countries where there are scholars of Sunnah, or the rulers tell the people go and defend those Muslims that are being oppressed, then it's obligatory on the Muslims to comply with their leadership and with their scholars. If it is done by authoritative entities, not by some random people, who have a clan or a group or a military faction, and then they go and proceed to do jihad, and then they wind up causing more chaos than benefit, and they don't bring any good for the Muslims. So if there's leadership and that leadership says you need to go out, then you need to go out. If there's no leadership that is telling you to go out, Allah will not hold you accountable for that. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah does not burden the soul beyond its scope. And you're supposed to have a bay'ah to a person in charge. And you're not supposed to remove this bay'ah, remove this obedience to him. Even if he disobeys Allah. You still obey him in what is good, and if he tells you to disobey Allah, there's no obedience to him, just like anybody else. Just like your parents, you don't obey them if they tell you to disobey Allah. But the way you treat people, the same way do you treat your parents the same way you treat your buddies down the street? No. So the rulers have a different kind of treatment also. So the bottom line is, if there's nothing, then we just have to do what is within our capability until we return to the Deen. Once we return to the Deen, then all the promises of Allah will come to pass. إن تنصروا الله ينصركم. If you aid the Deen of Allah, Allah will aid you. ويثبت أقدامكم, and He will keep your feet firm. And the ayat are many in this regard. Now,